there's a lot of models out there, and they're not all equal in different use cases, right? I think the average user, the consumer out there just thinks of ChatGPT and that's about it. Maybe
That's
they're
good.
familiar with Gemini, but ChatGPT's kind of become the Kleenex of the AI world these days, right? Where instead of tissue, you say Kleenex. Instead of, GenAI LLM, you say ChatGPT. Durga, can you give a couple of examples that you've seen of other frameworks, other models that work for specific use cases? When it comes to, chatbot, fine. I bet a lot of frameworks can handle that. But what are some examples of niche specific skill sets, or not skill sets, capabilities of a different model that you would use, for a particular use case, specifically that's not ChatGPT?
Uh, well, as Jerry mentioned, it's again move to your use cases, right? For example, if you are taking a regular text-based models, right, where you are prompting a question and expecting a responses, then we can use the generic models that are available, like ChatGPT or OpenAI and Gemini. And if you want to use something specific, which will be using this techniques like quantizations and simplify to your use cases, and especially when you are working with a closed context, right? Because most of the products, they want to work in a closed context with the provided data from the RAG setup, right? So for those, you don't need to go into heavy billion models like 120 billion models like that. It's always fine tuned to your smaller models like a small language model or a tiny models, which is aware of the context and the RAG data what we provide. So we need to put the models in two different perspectives. One is which is the best for your doing your day-to-day activities. And the other one is the productization to solve the specific use cases of your product, either dealing with the data or dealing with the images, data in the sense unstructured data, right? Unstructured data, images, videos. Okay, that's one use case, one bucket I will put into productization. The other one will be your day-to-day regular activities. Either it can be a coding, being a technical person, being it a coding, unit testing, developing, right? You can start using like parts on it and Gemini, which is sometimes outperforming the existing ChatGPT OpenAI models that are there in the market.